Hello, I'm back. So while the eggs are cooking, I decided to make a soup for today. And I'm gonna make a Tuscan chicken soup. Normally you add potatoes and sometimes beans, but I'm just gonna eliminate all that because it's still gonna have great flavor. I'm gonna make it keto style. And the way I'm gonna start it is with my chicken in the Instapot. I'm just gonna dump, I have, let's see, 3 super large chicken breasts in here. And I'm just gonna put them in the Instapot, and I'm not even gonna season them at all. Because there's gonna be a lot of seasoning going on when I cook this. And I don't wanna do it in the crock pot, which I could, but I'm gonna cook it, I like to do it on the stove. And I don't get to use my cute little pumpkin pot because it's not big enough, so I'll be using a larger one. So I'm gonna go ahead and add half of my chicken stock. This is the Kirkland brand. I really like it. I'm not gonna add the whole thing, but as you know, in Instapot, you gotta have some liquid in there to steam it and cook it. So I'm just adding about half of it, and the rest I'm actually gonna add when I make the soup. So I'm gonna get this cooked. I'm gonna cook it on the poultry setting. Let it do its thing. I've got all day. So I will be showing you guys a little bit later as we continue with that. Back with the soup. So I took all of my chicken out of the Instapot and I chopped it up. This is 2 breasts. I actually didn't need 3. I thought it'd be too much. So I'm gonna save that for a different meal. But next I am sauteing Italian sausage. And I got it almost done. And then now I'm gonna add one whole onion and 3 celery stalks. And I'm just gonna saute it enough with this until it gets a little translucent, a little soft. And I also have, because I like lots of garlic, 4 cloves of garlic that I crushed. I didn't chop. I don't like chopping garlic. I like crushing it in the little garlic crusher because it releases the oils and just the flavor comes out. So I'm gonna put that in there. And then I'm going to, that's Italian gold. You don't want to waste any of that. And I'm gonna saute this for a few minutes. And when it looks like it's ready, translucent, softens just a little, especially the celery, we're gonna put it in the stock pot. And I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Okay, these are about where I want them. So I'm gonna move this to the side. And I'm gonna get my big stock pot and put it in here. Now what I have in here is the remainder that was left in the box here, along with what was left in my Instapot. You want to use that up. That's good stuff. So, oops, I'm going to pour all this in here. Hopefully I won't miss. I'm also going to add the chicken that I cooked, which is over here. And I just cut up the breast in bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna put that in there. Along with some sun-dried tomatoes, and I didn't get the ones in oil. I had my husband pick these up. These were a little big, so I chopped them up. So you can get the julienne ones if you want, but I just chopped them up myself. Put those in there. Then I'm gonna add another one. So you're using 2 of these. Chicken stock. And that's why I don't add salt, because this has already got enough salt in it. Along with the sausage, the Italian sausage that we sauteed and put in here. You don't need to add salt, unless you like it super salty. We don't. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on. I want it to simmer. Make sure I want all this to simmer. So normally in this type of recipe, you have cannellini beans and potatoes. We're not doing that because it's low carb. This is gonna be just as tasty. So I have some oregano, dried oregano. I'm gonna use a tablespoon of that. A tablespoon of bay leaves. Just use it all up there. And a tablespoon of thyme. And at the end, I will use salt and pepper. Or not salt, I'll use pepper. And I have, looks like about 2.5 cups, maybe 3 cups of water. And I think I'm gonna go a little more. I just didn't want it too diluted, but we do have one more step after this is all simmered and soft. So I'm gonna add probably another 2 cups, so about 4 cups of water to this. And then I'm gonna put the lid on it, let it simmer for about a half hour, and I'll be back. Hi everybody, so it's been simmering for about 30 minutes, and I went ahead and turned it off. You can see how everything has just came together. So now to finish it off is you turn off the heat, and then I'm adding several big handfuls of spinach. And you can add kale. You can add kale and stuff like that too, but kale is tougher, I think. So I'm gonna add the spinach in there. And I might go one more. That was a big heaping hand. I like spinach, so I'm gonna go one more. So it adds up to about almost 3 or 4 cups, because we know this just reduces down. Then you add, Joe's playing with the dogs out back. I'm like, what's going on? 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Oh yes. This is what I want it to look like. Oh. So, with that, I'm gonna put some in a bowl. It's already wilting a little bit. It's great. This is low carb, remember. Oh, look at that. Yum. And then I'm gonna top it with some Parmigiano Reggiano. And I forgot a spoon. Hold on. Just down here. Okay. It's really hot, so I'm not sure I can get a good bite, but oh, I'm gonna at least get some of the, yep, right here. Here it is. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Actually, it could use a little salt, believe it or not. So I'm just gonna salt and pepper to taste. I'm gonna enjoy this soup, and I know my family will too. Oh, that's good. I got some parm, so So, what's really great about this recipe, if you're doing low carb, and let's say your family isn't, my husband is, so it works out, but usually you add potatoes or at least the cannellini beans. And you can just have those on the side, the cannellini beans, and just put them in, throw them in your husband's soup, and that's it. You don't need the potatoes, really. This is so good. This is a winner. Winner, winner, winner. And with those tomatoes, those dry, sun-dried tomatoes, oh man. I'm very happy. Do this recipe. Love you all and have a blessed afternoon.